Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. I am Van. We are all the LFR family. Happy Labor Day to you guys, man. Much love to you all. The only price of admission is just simply hit the like button when you join. And if you want to do something extra, feel free to share this bad boy on Reddit, LinkedIn, Facebook groups, X, wherever you want to share it is cool. Make sure you answer the poll I have up here as well. It just simply reads, what does this bad boy say? Have you given thanks to God for today? Have you given thanks to God for today? What's going on, Renee Suzanne? Much love to Renee. I've been seeing you working. You've been all over the place. You are putting in work on YouTube, on Instagram, on where else are you? Are you on TikTok too? You killing it. You doing a damn good job. You're staying active and you're consistent as heck. What's going on, Wheezy Unfiltered? Much love to you. Much love to you all, man. Happy Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to you guys. Hopefully you're in good spirits this morning. Hopefully you've taken a moment just to say thank you, Lord, for another day. Thank you for protecting me and my family as we slept last night. Thank you for protecting us from seen and unseen dangers. Thank you for the water that's running in our pipes. Thank you for the love that you show to us always. And thank you for putting love in other people's hearts so that they can have me and my family's best interests as well. Much love to you guys. Make sure you hit the like button when you pull up, man. I appreciate that. I'm just going to let y'all know that I'm still not in the best space mentally. A lot of things have been going on, along with everything else that's happening around the world, around this country, with kids being unalived at school while they're praying. I don't know why that bothered me so much, but I'm just that type person, man. I don't let too much bother me, but for some reason, that story really, really, really bothered me, man. And it's the act that bothered me, but it's also the dismissiveness of the story for people to make their political points or to stand in their political positions, just to not have to admit that we have some work to do. You know what I mean? So that stuff really effed me up. That stuff really effed me up. Much love to you all. Please do not bully anybody inside the chat who does not support our channel or do not support anything that I say today in the live stream. If they say anything rude or disrespectful, let them say it. But I also extend an invitation to anybody who want to come up on stage. If you have a disagreement with me, if you want to come up on stage, you want to turn on your camera and you want to speak your piece. I'm not afraid of any back and forth with anyone. I really don't like to debate. I just have conversations. But again, if you disagree with anything I say, or if you're pissed off, you feel offended, then feel free to cam up. I will send you the link and you can join me on stage and we can have a little conversation since we are all adults. You know what I mean? That's what adults do anyway. So again, guys, hit the like button and share this bad boy. We got a little conversation we're going to have, and it's going to be quick so you guys can get back to enjoying your Labor Day. I'm sure y'all got something on the grill, some hot dogs, some hamburgers, some corn, asparagus, something. Y'all got something on the grill with your families, and I ain't trying to get in the way of that. But happy Labor Day to you guys, and hopefully you are taking it light and celebrating all of the opportunities that you are bestowed in this country we live in. If we had to pick any country to live, we're in the best right now. We are definitely in the best. Here, I ran across a highlight reel from the Trump administration, showing their progress so far for Labor Day. So let's check this out first, and then we're going to get to everything else. Much love to you guys for joining me, and make sure y'all let people know that we are over here chilling, man. Yeah, and make sure you let me know one thing that you're grateful for inside of the chat. Just one or five if you want. That's cool too.
What the president is doing is changing 40 years of a failed bipartisan consensus in Washington, D.C. that has sold out American workers and destroyed the underlying economic strength of the United States of America.
They are just raking in the wins one after another, whether it's restructuring global trade and getting other countries to pay up.
Why are people saying that they believe that Trump is unalive? They want to see Trump. They want evidence of Trump being alive. What's that about? Isn't that the same, something similar to what when we were showing concerns for Biden, when he was just disappearing, couldn't nobody find him, couldn't nobody talk to him, and we was like, is he still living? Is he in the hospital? What's going on? Well, apparently Democrats are doing that right now. And they're like, is Trump alive? Is he in the hospital? What's going on? We want to see him. But when they do see him, they see him too much. They complain. And whenever he says something, he's always saying something that they disagree with and they get offended immediately. So do they want to see him, or are they just trying to stir up mischief? As always. And thanks again, Wheezy. Thank you, Wheezy. We are having ribs today and I can't wait. Nobody likes a bragger, Wheezy. Nobody likes a bragger.
That's passing the one big beautiful bill and the massive tax incentives there for investing in America, the most aggressive deregulatory campaign in history, and an energy abundance agenda that's brought down gas prices and energy prices for ordinary families.
He has told companies around the world that America is open for business. This is more money coming into your community. This is your hometown where you grew up that has been shuttered because globalists have sold you out, reviving again. Factories where your neighbors are having good paying jobs, where more money is going back into your pockets. And every time you go to the store to purchase a product, you're no longer seeing made in China on the back. You are seeing made in America on the back. That's President Trump's vision.
The policies are working. Business investment is skyrocketing. Jobs are skyrocketing. Inflation's going down. It's exactly as we said.
They think that we could see a take-home increase of anywhere from $85,000 to almost $15,000 if you're a typical family with two kids.
Inflation is coming under control and blue-collar wages are rising faster than they have risen in 60 years. That is a testament to great presidential leadership and the great American people.
The president is smashing open all the world's markets. Our ranchers, our fishermen, our farmers, our entrepreneurs and our businesses can finally sell into Europe. All these countries.
It's the blue-collar boom. The Trump administration celebrating a massive growth in wages for working-class Americans.
This is what he was given a mandate to do. He is the president of the American worker.
Blue-collar wage growth, the only other time it's been this high, wait for it, was during President Trump's first term. No president has done that before.
Much love to Donald Trump and the current administration. Of course, Democrats will shoot that down and say that this is the worst economy that we've been in a long time, yada, 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 because when they're playing so-called chess and they don't want to admit to the other side's successes and whatnot, they lie. This is what they do. This is what they do. But they would never admit to anything that's going on positively right now in the Trump administration. Although there are a couple of people. CNN has an employee that has aired a couple of things on CNN lately, and he has been speaking nothing but positivity about the Trump administration. But I don't even know how that information got out, because this guy, he just goes in. He goes in. But if everything that they're saying is true, I'm happy about it. I've been having a lot of conversations with my family lately about our country versus other countries. And, my wife, she is a Kamala supporter. Well, she's not a Kamala supporter. She really don't even consider herself to be a Democrat, because she considers herself to be a progressive, but also against anything that the conservatives support, because we've been Democrat all our lives. But she is more locked into her family, friends, and everything that they need and require. So she's in support of that. And usually that's Democrat side. Me, I've stepped over to the conservative side, where boldly I have a conversation with anybody, anywhere about it. And it never turns into anything nasty. It only turns into something nasty if you allow it. I don't allow all the yelling. We're not going to start throwing insults at each other. That's not what I'm going to have, no matter who I'm talking to, no matter where we're having this discussion, because that's what I demand. And I'm not saying that I'm all tough and I dare you say something negative or disrespectful to me. I'm just saying, when you lead with love and you lead with a certain type of command of certain of topics, and you don't want it to be combative, you can control that. You don't have to let it get, oh, I'm gonna call you names and I'm gonna talk trash about Biden and you're gonna talk trash about Trump. Feel free. Call him all the names you want to call. I'm not his mom. I'm not his wife. I'm not gonna say he's not this and he's not that. No, I'm just gonna say, where was all that concern in the last 4 years? Was our country better off under Biden than it is right now? And the answer is an astonishing hell no. It was not better in the last administration than it is right now. So, I mean, if we want to talk facts, we can. If we want to talk emotions, I will remove myself from the conversation and let you stew in whatever negativity that you want to stew in. I call it negativity, especially when you want to start talking about racial issues and all this other stuff. I just fall back. I'm not even going to be a part of that. You know what I mean? And neither should you. Don't let people bait you into these conversations at all. At all. But if you run across a Democrat who claim that the Trump administration is not doing their job, who claim that the Trump administration is just lying, I want you to play this for them right here. And thanks again for pulling up, gang.
Look, the Democratic brand right now has about the appeal with the American voter as the Cracker Barrel rebrand has with the American consumers. Bad, bad, bad. What are you doing? Oh, my goodness gracious. What are we talking about here in terms of big party registration changes in the key swing states? Let's look at the key 4 swing states that, in fact, do keep track of registration by party. Look, the Republican Party is in their best position at this point in the cycle since at least 2005. In all 4 of these key battleground states, we go out to the Southwest. Arizona. How about Nevada? Republicans haven't done this well since 2005. Oh, my goodness gracious, at this point in the cycle. North Carolina, I couldn't find a point at which Republicans were doing better at this point in the cycle. It's at least this century. It probably goes way back in the last century. And Pennsylvania, very similar. Republicans doing better at this point than at any point this century, at least as far as I could find. Now, what types of gains are we talking about here for the Republican Party? Well, let's compare it to this point during the first Trump administration all the way back in 2017. Look at this. The Republican Party gains in party registration compared to this point back in 2017 during the Trump first administration. In Arizona, you got a Republican gain of 3 points. Okay, how about Nevada? Up the hill we go, even though we're sticking in the Southwest. A gain of 6 points. How about, again, we come to the East Coast, North Carolina, a gain of 8 points for the Republicans. And in the Keystone State, in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, again, we're talking about a gain of 8 points. My goodness gracious, for Republicans, they are converting old former Democrats to their side of the ledger, as well as picking up new voters, registering new voters, and it absolutely paid off for them back in the 2024 election.
Now, you don't do that when you have a fascist dictator who is racist and just hate everybody that's not a white male. You that doesn't happen in this country. All right? It just don't happen. It happens when the administration before this one just throws sugar honey iced tea in our faces and tell us to eat whatever they feed us. It happens when we allow these type of situations, like young men going to school. Y'all know that school just now started, right? And little boys are going to school dressed as young girls because of how the last administration went. Now, I'm not saying how you raise your sons and how you raise your daughters is how you raise your sons and daughters, but they were over the top. Like, of course, Obama started it with the whole Pride Month. And you will say that he's just trying to show love to the people who have been ostracized and bullied all their lives. And now we want to just show them some love so that they can feel accepted. But it wasn't that. It wasn't that at all. You can give them a day, Gay Pride Day, you know what I mean? If you want to. You can give them a week if you want to celebrate them. But a whole month, I wouldn't even say a week, but a whole month, he gave them an entire month. And then Kamala Harris, she started having parties at her house, LGBTQAI plus parties at her house. They were having LGBTQ events at the White House, and so forth and so on. So the way that they just threw Satan's minions and everything that he represents in our faces in the last administration, a lot of people just made up their mind that they no longer wanted to support that. So there was a red rush. It was a red wave to the side of not necessarily conservatism, but the side of responsibility, the side of accountability, the side of people who want there to be a country in 100 years, in 100 years. You know, people want there to be people in 100 years. But at the rate that we were going in the last administration, it looked like that wasn't happening at all. So now you got people like me that's flipping or that's starting conversations that might not seem like this is the side we would take, or I'm standing in Costco's line or Safeway's line or Giant Foods line or a restaurant, and people just automatically assume because I look like this that I voted Democrat. And they just want to complain about Trump, man. Don't you hate what Trump doing right now? And this dude is a fool. He about to have us in wars with other countries. He about to have us losing all types of money and opportunities. He friends with Putin. He's a liar. He hate Obama family because they black. He hate Kamala because and all this other stuff. And they would think that I'm automatically on their side. Sometimes I give them what they want in the form of a conversation. I'd be like, well, he's not anywhere near as bad as Biden. When you say that, you get that. They stand back. They got to look at you. Be like, wait a minute. Yeah, you misprofiled me because I'm black. You misprofiled me. You automatically assume that I was a raging Democrat like you and that I want to complain about Trump at every turn. No, when I'm standing in line waiting to pay for my groceries, I do not want to complain about Trump. As a matter of fact, I don't want to complain about anything. I want to daggone sit here, enjoy my time. I'm being patient. You know, I want to have a joyful conversation. If you want to have a conversation with me, let's talk about something that will lift us both up. This is a beautiful day out here today, ain't it? It's a lovely day out here. Like you can talk about the prices. Have you seen that the prices are starting to go down on the eggs or anything? I don't give a damn what it is, but I don't want to sit here and complain about the dictator that you all deem he is that's in the White House. And what is this complaining going to do? Is this going to provide more opportunities for you and your family if we complain together? Do you feel like there's more brotherly love? Is that the only way you can feel this silence that we're having right now is by bitching and moaning about something? Getting on a team and collectively attacking a politician together? Is that what you want to do? Because that's not what I want to do. Came here for some groceries, had a smile on my face. I'm going to leave with groceries and a smile on my face. Simple as that. Like, don't let people bait you into these conversations where they just want to complain about bullshit. Honey iced tea is dumb. So she's a socialist. If not, then she needs to understand that progressives are socialists. I don't know if she is. I don't know if she's a socialist or if she believes, and she's talking about my wife. I don't know if she's a socialist or any of those things. She don't deem herself a socialist, but she do deem herself as a progressive. And there's some parts of capitalism that she agrees with, and there's some parts of socialism that she agrees with. Because when you listen to the left, accountability is removed, and it's all about give on the part of the conservatives and take on the part of liberals, or give on the part of government and take on the part of liberals. Or the haves have to give immensely nonstop. There has to be a never-ending well of finances and resources on their end. And there have to be on the side of the people who are the have-nots, they should be able to get whatever they want for as long as they want. And it should help them. That never helps anybody. It should be a time limit. It should be a cutoff point. Like some people believe that welfare should be for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Some people believe that it should be forever. Some people believe that education should be free for everybody, no matter what. Some people believe that healthcare should be free for everybody, no matter what. But then when you do that, it turns into a really sticky situation where now the government can dictate what type of healthcare we get. Everyone has to get the same thing if they are making decisions. And it should be that way if we're in a socialist country or a communist country, but we're not, because whoever is just handing stuff out to everybody, as a parent, I get to decide where we're going to eat. We're not going to McDonald's today. We're going to all eat spaghetti. That's it. And like if you go to school and you're eating with a lunch ticket where everybody's eating spaghetti or everybody's eating whatever we're cooking, pizza, you name it. All right. Well, that's the same thing with, like, people really don't think about those types of things. Well, my wife, she's just a free thinker and she's very passionate about the people that she's passionate about. And that's why she has the thoughts that she has. Like me, I'm a free thinker, but I'm not very passionate about politics, and I'm not very passionate about, getting up here and speaking to a certain group of individuals or against a certain group of individuals. See, I can agree with somebody on the left if they say something that makes sense. The same way I started agreeing with people on the right because I started hearing things that made sense. I stopped ignoring Candace Owens. I was introduced to Thomas Sowell. And when I was introduced to those people and starting to listen more objectively, then I was making decisions accordingly. You know what I mean? New information. Well, I've never been a robot, but I've always buried my head in the sand. So when I bury my head in the sand, I will listen to a friend that tell me this is the way we need to vote, and this is what's right and wrong about politics. And since I didn't look into it, and this was a friend or coworker saying it that I thought was cool, I just would, you know what? Maybe you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. What about the emails what about Benghazi with Hillary Clinton? I didn't give a damn because I didn't know, and I didn't care to look into it. But then when I looked into it, I gave a damn. When I looked into it, I understood why other people were passionate about it. You know what I mean? Just the same way, like me, when it comes to grooming kids and turning them into something that they're not, allowing children to tell us their sex or their gender at a young age, and they're not even they're not even going to be thinking straight until they're about 25 years old. Why in the hell we're allowing 10-year-olds and 11-year-olds or 5-year-olds are telling their kids what they are and what they aren't? Like 3-year-olds are telling their parents what they are and what they aren't, and what they're going to dress like and what they're going to play with and how they're going to be and how they're going to talk. Parents are removing themselves from the equation, and we're becoming a sucker ass country because of it. Like, we're becoming some punks. So I voted for somebody who wasn't for all that BS anymore. Trump's not for that BS. Trump said all these extra pronouns that y'all are creating, we're done with that. It's he and it's she. That's it. All them days, zers, zims, and all that other stuff. He threw away all those magic potions to create whatever they want to create. And that's what I'm for. As a man, that's what I stand by. So when I see stuff like this young man right here going to school, and you already know who raised him. You already know that it wasn't his father that decided that he will go to school looking like this. You already know it. And if it was his father, it was definitely a Democrat. It wasn't a conservative male who says, nah, my son is not going out the house like this at all. And then when you see the mannerisms and you see he has when you see how he's talking, and then you look at his nails being done and he's about to go to, and then you say that you're ostracized, you're going out of your way for your child to stand out as something completely different than the norm, then you should expect for kids to say something about it. Then you're gonna cry that he's being bullied. You're gonna cry that people are making fun of him. You're gonna cry that they're not showing him special attention because he's a special person. But then when we say that we don't show special attention to special people, they're gonna say, well, then we just want you to treat him like a normal kid. Well, my thing to you parents is, won't you treat him like a normal kid and allow him to just live? Allow him to be, allow him to figure things out later in life. You know what I mean? Allow him to go through all of the rigor that we went through while we were figuring out who we were. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to groom them at such a young age, because then it looks demonic. It looks very dark and dangerous. You don't do this to kids, man, at all. And I hate it. As ain't nothing about this do I think is cute. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna show this to you guys. Y'all tell me if y'all think this is cute. Do you think this is cute? All right. And I mean, women, men, just let me know if you think this is cute. A thumbs up if you think it's cute. A thumbs down if you don't think it's cute. It's completely up to you.
This is the 4th day of school look, which is Thursday. Stay tuned for Friday. I have a very good video for y'all guys. And peace. Bye. Love y'all. This is the 4th day of school look, which is Thursday. Stay tuned for Friday. I have a very and peace. Bye. Love y'all. This is the 4th day of school.
Now, and this right here it sucks, man. You're removing this young man's childhood from him just so he can act like his mom and his aunts. Just so he can act like his mom and his aunts, man. Uh-oh. What's going on, Mika? Shout out to Miss Mika. She said beat his mother's ass. Like, why this is weird as F. And gay pedos love this. Yes, they do. This right here is, and that's the thing too. There's a group of individuals around this world who look at this right here and they get turned on by it. They love it. They absolutely love it. They can't wait to see him grow up into whatever he's going to grow up to. And that's sad, man. Ain't no way in the world. There's no way in the world. Like, and let me tell y'all this too. I absolutely love the kids, man. If a kid say that they're uncomfortable and that they don't want to go out there and play basketball, they don't want to jump rope, you ain't got to force anybody, but you can lead. You can lead these kids because they're not going to lead themselves. They can't tell us how to move and groove. They can't tell us what they're about to do. We're supposed to lead them and tell them what they're going to be in and be a part of. That's our jobs. That's our jobs. A young man should have the calluses. And I'm not even talking about getting out there and changing brakes and stuff like that, but you should have the calluses of a young man so that when you become a man, you can show somebody else, a young boy, how to become a man. At this rate, this boy is going to only be able to show a young boy how to become a girl. He's not even going to know how to tell a young boy how to become a man. The only thing he'll be able to show another young boy when he gets older is how to do what he's done. And that's it. His experiences and his testimonies will be something completely different. And whoever is on the receiving end, even if he go and adopt a kid, I don't even want to foster a child into a home of somebody who is this mentally gone, because he's practicing right now. And by the time that he's 15, 18 years old, he's going to be a pro in this. And then when he becomes an adult, what do you think he's going to do? He's going to be grooming other children so that they can feel safe in their skin, so to speak, and do the exact same thing that he has done and be confused as hell when they grow older. And I got an issue with that. And I'm not trying to, listen, I love everybody. Even the alphabet community, they're no different. I love everybody, man. But at the end of the day, you allow kids to be kids and you raise them up as such. You raise them up as such. Young girls have to understand what it's like to be a young girl, because they're going to be in rooms with young girls. They're going to be in bathrooms and gyms with young girls. They're going to have the same experiences as most young girls. So allow them to be a young girl. And the same thing goes for the young men as well. They're going to be in a lot of rooms and situations where they need to understand what it's like to be a young man. Because when you get older, you're going to have to still do young men stuff. And also, if we continue to encourage this type of behavior, where are the children going to be? How are children going to be made? How are children going to be created? We're already to a point where people don't have 6 or 7 children in a household anymore by their significant other. They're having 2 kids at the most, 1 kid and a dog. And then they're teaching them that the nuclear family is not for everybody. I'm not raising you to be married. You don't have to be married. And if you have kids, as a grandma, I'll take care of them. As a granddad, I'll take care of them. We need to cut that mess out too. Because I do know that at our ages, we love being grandparents. And we love telling our children that we'll do anything for their kids. But we're not allowing them to get the calluses of a parent. They need to understand what it feels like to succeed and to fail in their own parenting. But we give our kids such a soft landing spot that they never get better at becoming what they're supposed to become or learning what they're supposed to learn. Nothing's wrong with providing a soft landing spot. I'm not saying it is that you shouldn't. Me and my wife, we provide a soft landing spot for our kids all the daggone time. But the real world is not going to change. As a matter of fact, it's not going to get softer. It's not going to get easier on them. They're still going to have to understand how to carve their own path. They're going to have to go in their own way. And their kids need to know that they need to respect them more than they respect anyone else. Like, I shouldn't have to go to grandma to get disciplined. You know what I mean? That's the only place I'm gonna get disciplined is when I go over granddad house. Like, we're raising some suckers, man. We're raising some suckers. And this right here, this is not cute at all. This is not cute. The parent who raised a son like this, I think that they should be reprimanded in some type of way. I don't know if it's locking up or anything, but they should definitely be reprimanded. Like, that's not cool at all. I have raised 2 boys by myself, 27 and 13. Congratulations, Wheezy. And thanks again for the super chat. And I will beat their, if they ever thought about walking out my house like that. That is abuse, Wheezy. That is abuse. My dad had me fixing cars and my mom had me hanging clothes. I turned out okay. I'm a man now, totally into Chevys and Harleys, but can do laundry too. You know what? Tijuana Border Jumper and Wheezy, same way here, man. My guardian was the same way with me and my brothers. Very tough in how they did things. But my guardian made sure that we knew how to clean the stoves. She made sure that we moved the stove away from the walls and that we swept from behind them. Just because we lived in the hood don't mean we had to act like it. She made us clean the tubs and the toilets and learned how to mop and how to decorate, how to paint, you know what I mean, how to do all of those things because it was necessary. She knew that one day we will be older and we will have to have these skills. You know what I mean? She only had a 5th grade education and she raised her own 2 children and she raised me and my 2 brothers and my cousin, Nuciano. And then she went on to raise other people's kids as a foster parent. So, you know what I mean? You don't have to put people in like, when you grow up, you need to change brakes and change tires and all this stuff. No, I'm raising you up so you can be able to survive and thrive in this world that we're in. Because it's not going to get easier. The older you get, the tougher life gets, period. Like when you're a child, when you're this age, you should be enjoying being a kid, period. Not walking around with your hand all limp and your fingernails done and you grabbing air when you talking about this the 4th day of school and here's my nails and my hair matches my eyebrows and they're all painted like Kool-Aid. Nah, man, let this youngin get out there and have some fun. If he complained that he don't feel comfortable in the class and people are making fun of you, well, go figure it out. Go figure it out. Go figure it out. When I was made fun of as a kid, I dealt with that myself. My guardian didn't come to the school and say, stop picking on my I wasn't her son. So stop picking on my cousin. You know what I mean? Stop making fun of him. He don't feel comfortable. He just come home crying every day. Nah. My guardian would tell me to stop crying like a punk. Stop crying before I give you something to cry for. This is what she used to say all the daggone time. And guess what? Me, my brothers, all turned out to be good men. Good men. We might not have done things perfectly, but we turn out to be good men. But when you raise your kid to be a sissy, man, that's not cool, man. Let them figure that out by themselves. Don't just look at him carrying a daggone doll baby when he's 8 and just automatically assume, oh, he must be gay. And guess what? The thing that pisses me off is that these parents celebrate this sugar honey iced tea. They celebrate it. Let me see. Oh, man. She said the recovery rate is below 2.1. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. Honestly, when you start pulling out those type of, I don't even know what to say, to be honest with you. I don't even know what to say. It seems like we're going backwards. And it seems like we won't have a country in the next 100 years if we continue to go in this direction. How can we possibly have a country in 100 years from now? 100 years from now, if we continue to go in this direction. And then people are complaining that Hispanics are coming here and they're still growing their families. Why? Because they're not bringing the new American values here. They're bringing their values from home. They're used to building their families. They're used to having a mom in the house and a grandma in the house to help raise the kids, to teach the girls how to be girls and to teach the boys how to be men. You know what I mean? They're used to that. And they're coming here and they're still growing their families and they're having a whole bunch of kids. And guess what? The women still serve them their food. The women still serve the men their food. The men still get out there and handle the dirty work. They handle the heavy lifting. And I like that. Africans the same way. Indians the same way. And I'm not trying to lift them up nor am I trying to put them down, but I'm just saying they're not coming here and adopting those values to their homes. Let an African kid walk up in their home as an American and as a real African American. I'm talking about first or second generation, talking about they're gay. They will get slapped in the face by their father, and then they will get dragged to church and they will pray that demon out of their kid. They will take them through all of that. Why? And is that a good thing or bad thing to do? To me, and I'm just keeping it honest with y'all, praying this demon out of your kid is important to me. I think it's important. How come we don't do that anymore? How come they made it a bad thing to pray the gay away? Because a person was born that way. Shout out to Lady Gaga. But we're getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller in our families. Think about yourself. You probably come from a household with 8 or 9 kids and you just so happen to be the middle kid. Or you come from a household with 6 kids and you so happen to be the oldest or the youngest. Today's families at most are hitting like 2 kids. It's nuts. Thank you, Mika. I appreciate you. Shout out to Mika. She's dope. I was in a podcast with Mika, and she was one of the hostess on the podcast. It was her, another young lady, and a gentleman, and it was 6 people on the panel outside, 6 extra people, and I was one of the people on the panel. And she was cooking. She was cooking. I don't think anybody wanted any political smoke with her. Like when she started getting into her bag and starting going to laws and all this other stuff, ain't nobody want no smoke with Miss Mika. She's sharp. Shout out to Miss Mika, man. They both can cook, clean, wash clothes, do housework, etc. Also, but being well-rounded men are what I set out to raise. That's what I'm talking about. Weezy, you did a damn good job, for real. Excellent job to you. And thanks again for the super chat. Errol's daughter says, this is heartbreaking. This boy will be a perpetual taker. He will be taught to be cared for, not to care. Anti-male. That's heavy. That's heavy. He's going to be taught to be taken care of, not to take care of. Wow. You're absolutely right. He's going to be taught to do for me because I won't do for you. Like, I'll do for you if I feel like it. I'll do for you if I'm not menstruating this month. If I'm not cramping this month. Like, they want all of the women mannerisms. And I hate to just clown this young man. I'm not really trying to clown this young man. I'm actually talking about his parents. But this is sad, man. This is sad. This is what you just now said is absolutely heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking. Yeah. All right. For more heartbreaking news, let's go to the governor of Chicago. Apparently over the weekend, 26 people were shot in Chicago, and like 5 people died. But yet, this is what the governor is saying about Chicago. And then right after the governor said this about Chicago, the mayor went and wrote a damn executive order saying that they didn't want any extra help from Trump. We don't need no extra help for Trump. I'm gonna write an executive order. Grandstanding as if you've already got things under control. Dude, you do not. You need the help. The same way that Muriel Bowser needed the help in DC. She didn't ask for the help, but when she got the help, she actually thanked Trump for the help. Why? Because DC went almost 2 weeks without a homicide. 2 weeks without a homicide. Do you understand what I'm saying? Coming from a place that we used to brag, and I'm from this area, coming from the place where we used to brag about being the murder capital of the country, not going 2 weeks with no homicides. That's huge. I don't know if y'all seen this yet, and thanks again, guys, for participating. I really appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button and that you comment respectfully, all right, with one another, but brutal honesty, and don't bully anybody inside the chat. I don't care if they agree with me or not. You know what I mean? If they got something harsh to say, just let them know. They always have the opportunity to say it to my face by pulling them, cutting their camera on and getting on stage with me. You know what I mean? I'm not here to debate anybody, but I will hear you out. And if you say something disrespectful, I plan on cooking you. All right, so listen to this.
What we won't do, however, is engage in what is a federal effort. That is to say, they have their job, immigration. We have our job, which is to fight violent crime on the streets of our city. And by the way, we're succeeding at that job. But when they bring people in and don't coordinate with us, they're going to cause enormous problems.
He said that they're succeeding. What the hell do you call success, bro? We just now went a weekend where y'all had more shootings than anybody else in the damn country. And now here's the mayor following suit with the picture of his black family, I guess, right here on the table so everybody can see. Bro, how can you tell anybody to stop helping you when you're not helping yourself? Y'all are doing a piss poor job. Y'all don't give a damn. Y'all getting all the money that y'all want and y'all just keeping it going. Like the status quo. That's all we want to do is keep the same people in office so that we can just continue to bring that money in and to take care of our families. We don't care about anybody else. And it's sad, man.
I'm signing an executive order today that will launch the Protecting Chicago Initiative. This is a project that builds on the months of preparation that we have done that has led up to this very moment. This order affirms that the Chicago Police Department will not collaborate with military personnel on police patrols or civil immigration enforcement.
Why not?
We will not have our...
Hold on, wait. Why not? Why wouldn't you collaborate? Isn't that what they're here for? If the federal government allows the National Guard to collaborate with the police force or the FBI or anybody to collaborate with the police force because they're tired of people being killed at an alarming rate in a city that is in our country. Stop acting like you're your own country. You're not. You're not. And also stop acting as if these citizens who live in Chicago are all right with all of the killings that's taking place. They're not. Chicago turns red. There's a organization in Chicago who are a bunch of black conservatives or black Republicans, new black Republicans, new black MAGA supporters. And they are taking it to Brandon Johnson and letting them know, yo, you got to do something. You got to fix this. And this dude is so pig-headed, so stubborn, so stuck on himself that he wants to grandstand, write a damn executive order, and then get in front of all these microphones to tell the world that we will not play along. We are already taking care of things the way we want to take care of things. We don't need your help. You know, there is a such thing of being too proud. Y'all know that, right? It's a such thing as being too proud. When my guardian was, when me and my brothers were younger, 10, 11, 12 years old, 13 years old, sometimes we didn't have any food. And Diane would take us over to Miss Queenie's house or to Miss Nogie's house or to somebody's house. Like, and we would hang out with them for a little bit. But Diane was taking us over there because eventually she was going to see if they had a couple of extra, packs of ramen noodles that we can take with us, or canned goods that we can take with us, because we were in the system. You know what I mean? My guardian, she wasn't bringing in any money, and sometimes she needed the assistance, and she wasn't too proud to ask somebody else for assistance. And if she didn't, we would go extra days without having any food in our stomachs. You know what I mean? She worked in the hospitals overnight sometimes, but because she had a 5th grade education and she was already in the system as a guardian and as a as a foster mom, she received finances from the federal government once a month. And for the first 2 weeks of the month, we'll be good. We have all the cereals and all of the cookies and all of the cakes and all of the stuff that she can buy, to make sure that we good. But that second half of the month, it was always rough. And if she was too proud to ask somebody or to accept any type of assistance or help, we would have been the ones that would have gotten the short end of the stick. Well, Chicago is getting the short end of the stick because they're literally telling the federal government that we don't need your help. We don't need your handout. Like, our people will feel safer if we do it our way. No, the hell they won't, because the kids are still dying at an alarming rate. And by you acting this way, you seem like you don't give a damn. And I'm sure that as a mayor, you do care. You know what I mean? I can't tell him that as a mayor that he don't care, but his actions damn sure point toward not caring. You know what I mean? And this is me trying not to be disrespectful to these people who run for office, and they run for office so that they can take care of their constituents. But then when they make moves like this, the governor gets in front of the world and say, the way we're doing things is great. We're doing a great job of crime in Chicago. You lost, man. What? And then the mayor gets up there and said, we're doing a great job. We don't need no help. You lost. All right, let's get back to this, man. Also, Tijuana border jumper, he said, my dad had me fixing cars and my mom had me hanging clothes. I turned out okay. Okay. Already read that one. All right. Cool. Thank you, Tijuana border jumper, my man.
Police officers who are working hard every single day to drive down crime, deputized to do traffic stops and checkpoints for the president. We do not want to see tanks in our streets. We do not want to see families ripped apart. We do not want grandmothers thrown into the back of unmarked vans. We don't want to see homeless Chicagoans harassed or disappeared by federal agents.
This dude just now said that he don't want to see families ripped apart. Does this nigga realize that families are being ripped apart by the bullets that are spraying all throughout your city? People are being ripped apart every single day. Name another city in this country where they had 30 shootings. 30 people shot in the last weekend. Name another city in this country where 6 people died. Let's talk about the month of August. In the month of August in Chicago, I believe more than 10 people got shot and killed. And over 50 people were shot. Over 50 people were shot and over 10 people died in Chicago in the month of August. But yet this dude is saying that we don't want to see families torn apart. All of this is speculation. All of this is fear mongering. You're trying to tell the people that if Trump does this, then we're going to be worse off. Do you have any information that comes from DC? Let's talk about Washington, DC, because what he's going to do in Chicago is what he's doing in DC right now. Do you have any examples of families being ripped apart from extra police force or armed forces in DC? Because the same thing is going to happen in Chicago. And then he's telling people that if you try to take us, then we're going to fight it. Like he's telling people that Chicago fight. We're going to fight together. Like we're going to get our guns together and we're not allowing y'all to come over here and help us. What type of idiocracy is that? The dude didn't win the presidency so that he can just fix DC. He won the presidency so he can fix every part of the country, bro. I can't believe that we got mayors and governors who are just this lost, man, that they are allowing their cities to just go to hell in the way that they are. Gavin Newsom, the same thing. So much help and assistance is needed over there, but he don't give a damn. He like, man, we bringing in money. I'm the most popular person here in Cali. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm good. As a matter of fact, I'm a joke and I'm a bitch about it, but I'm not taking this seriously. And he really don't. That's a slap in the face of the people who live there.
Harassed or disappeared by federal agents. And so this executive order makes it emphatically clear that this president is not going to come in and deputize our police department.
Shut your punk ass up, man. Shut your punk ass up. Mr. Johnson, respectfully. Unless you have a plan that's better, your people shouldn't even listen to you. For real. Unless he have a better plan, his people shouldn't even listen to him. That's sad, man. That's sad, bro. It's sad. It's sad. Please do me a favor, hit the like button, gang. If y'all haven't already. All right. And I want y'all to listen to this right here. This comes from Caroline Levitt. Miss Caroline, who is completely opposite night and day of a daggone Corinne Jean-Pierre. The way that she
I'm signing an
things up.
executive order today that will launch the protecting.
I gotta stop this. This is absolutely nuts, man. It's nuts.
7 consecutive years, Chicago has had the highest murder rate among U.S. cities with more than 1 million people. In 2024, just last year, Chicago's murder rate per capita was 3 times higher than Los Angeles and nearly 5 times higher than New York City. That's more than double the murder rate in Islamabad and nearly 15 times more than Delhi. Out of 7 consecutive years, Chicago has had the highest murder rate among U.S. cities.
The highest murder rate amongst U.S. cities.
With more than 1 million people. In 2024, just last year, Chicago's murder rate per capita was 3 times higher than Los Angeles and nearly...
How in the hell was their murder rate 3 times higher than Los Angeles? The city of Chicago. That is nuts. Absolutely nuts.
5 times higher than New York City.
Come on, man. Come on, bro.
That's more than double the murder rate in Islamabad and nearly 15 times more than Delhi.
And how come How come it takes an outsider? How come it takes someone that works for the administration to give this information? You would never hear Brandon Johnson fix his lips to give these stats. Why is that? Why won't Brandon Johnson give these stats? How come he won't give these stats? If he was a real mayor, he would give these stats. If he actually gave a F about his people in Chicago, he would give these stats. But then he would give a compelling argument that goes into why he don't need the extra help, but why we're doing this, and this. And this is the progress we've seen so far. Like, can you do that? Y'all kids are dying. They don't care about the kids dying. Only thing they give a damn about is shutting down the NRA. They want to shut down the NRA. So the only type of guns they give a damn about is assault rifles, AR-15s, the guns that people use when they go on a mass shooting rage or something like that. But what about these damn switches, these semi-automatics that these kids are getting their hands on, these drug dealers are getting their hands on, gang members are getting their hands on, and they're just going from neighborhood to neighborhood, just killing each other? What about that? Whether they're using an assault rifle or a damn bow and arrow, they're killing each other. They can be using a BB gun and shooting each other in the eye. I can give a damn what they're using. They're using it and they're killing each other. And I'm in DC. I'm not connected to that at all. Imagine if you was one of these parents that lived on those blocks. A parent that stood in line and voted for these mayors to fix these issues, but yet they're constantly killing. Killing hasn't stopped. It takes Caroline Levitt, Trump, to step in and say, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to fix it. It sucks, man. It sucks. I have a serious issue with that. A serious issue with that. A serious issue with that. Let me see what my people are saying. Shout out to you guys for spending a moment of your time on your Labor Day to hang out with me. I appreciate that. I don't take it lightly. Make sure you like this live stream and also answer the poll. The poll simply reads, have you given thanks to God for today? 77% of you said, absolutely I have. And 19% of you said, not yet. All right. Then we have 3% of you said, I am not a believer. And we have 2% of you said, nope, and I don't plan on it. You know what I mean? So those 5%, the 5% of you that said, nope, I don't plan on it, and I'm not a believer, I pray that you come across the right person. If I'm not the right person, I pray that you come across the right person who will encourage you to at least look into God's scripture. Because the biblical principles of the Lord that we study, that come from the basic instructions before leaving earth, that's the Bible, are the reason why millions of good people around this country, even if we're mad enough to do it, we don't just go out there killing people. We don't just go out there hurting people just for the sake of it, just for the fun of it. It's because we have those biblical principles instilled in us. Like, we make sure that we want love for other people. We want other people to do well. So I want you to look into it. I'm not trying to sell you Christ. I'm not trying to sell you anything, but I do want you to go and look into it. All right? Whatever faith you may have, I want you to dive deeper into that. All right? I want you to have some faith, because this world is getting wilder and wilder. People aren't having babies anymore, so our lifespan is coming to this. Like, it's if we don't have anybody to grow this nation, it's going to stop. It's going to stop. Just saying. Thank y'all so much for the super chats. I see a couple came in. Earl's daughter, she says, he wants big governor daddy's money, but not his backhand. Let me tell you something. That is true. He wants all the money he can possibly get from the federal government. All of the benefits of being a mayor, all of those things. But we don't want your correction. That's the same thing I said when it comes to raising children. How in the hell are you going to want me to take care of everything in your life, even when you come older, 18, 19, 20, 21. You still need my help. You still need my assistance as your dad. You still need your mom's assistance. But when it comes to our correction and we put our nose in your business, then you don't want our nose in your business, then you got to stop accepting our help and actually be grown and do it on your own. But when you show that you can't do it on your own, a responsible grandparent will step in and be like, wait a minute. What in the hell are you doing? Come here. Bring my grandbaby over here just for a weekend while you go take care of your stuff. I'm coming over there. I'm going to help out. I'm going to watch them while you take care of the house and you do what you need to do. When it get too bad, the people who are above you that love you, they step in and they get active. And that's what the president is doing as well. Thank you, Earl's daughter. I appreciate it. All World, thank you so much for the super chat. It reads, it pains me to see how our people continue to believe and listen to the Democrat Party. Between the jab, the gay agenda, and doing whatever it takes to keep illegals here, Mayor Johnson just proved they don't care about black people. Knights, blue knights, or what knights you talking about? First of all, man, shout out to you and your fired up point of view. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate that. You're absolutely right. It kind of looked like they don't give a damn about nobody but themselves. They just care about staying in power so that they can keep that money train going. They want to keep that money going, man. And we say that that's a bad thing, but they look at it as, man, you don't know how much money we've been bringing in. And they probably look at it as, when I bring in more money, I help more people. And I did another. Everybody got a reason for what they do. Just like everybody in prison have a reason for why they committed the crimes that they committed. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But the Democrats, they're no different. They're no different. They're just using our money. They're using taxpayers' money to continue to pad their pockets and get in the front of all of the investments and move up the ladder. And now Nancy Pelosi and her husband are the blueprint to investing. How is that possible? And Nancy Pelosi is not behind bars right now. An average Joe would be arrested. An average Joe, if they was doing that insider trading and making all that daggone money and hiding it, and then everybody in the Congress is doing it too. Come on, bro. This is nuts. Thank you so much for your 2 pennies. I appreciate that, man. And thank you for your support. T-Man 2217. Appreciate you coming on and hanging out with us, brother. Would love to chill in real life and have a drink one of these days. Listen, man. I told y'all I'm gonna make it happen. Now, most people that know me, they know that Van don't really come outside or like that. I'm usually to myself. I'm usually with my family, you know what I mean? But when things are going well, like when money is flowing, when the family is happy, I do make my way outside. But when times are not as good as I would like, I'm inside working. You know what I mean? But I would love to have an event or something where we meet, all of us, like most of us, if we can meet, have a good time, just chill, rub elbows, have a conversation face to face. You know what I mean? That would be beautiful. That would be absolutely beautiful, man. Although I'm a homebody. Have you seen the interview the Harris twins did with Jesse Lee Peterson? It's a good one. I did not. I don't think I did. But then again, I'm not a huge fan of Jesse Lee Peterson the way I used to be, man. I used to like Jesse Lee Peterson, but I believe he goes out of his way to say some of the wildest things in the world. He's like a to me, he's like a preaching Charleston White. Does that make any sense? Probably doesn't, but yeah. Thank you so much for the super chat, Eric. And T-Man and All World. Thank you, Eric. He says, hi, I'm in DC too. Loving our weather lately, man. We got some beautiful weather. Beautiful weather. Definitely got some beautiful weather, man. Shout out to y'all, man. And thank you for the super chat, Eric. Super sticker from Marla. Thank you, Marla. I appreciate you. Much love to Marla. And Jinx just now became a YouTube member. Shout out to all my greens as well. All of my YouTube members, you guys are absolutely dope. And I am coming up with some new ideas to make sure that we continue to, build together. You know what I mean? All right, we're about to get to our main story of how mainstream media, Trump is going after CBS, NBC, and ABC. He's letting them know, yo, y'all keep on cooking these interviews. Y'all not allowing people to get onto your platforms and speak. Like you keep on changing stuff up and releasing whatever appeases your narrative. And he don't like that at all. So we about to get to that. But before we do, I have to show this one right here. Make sure y'all hit the like button. I think y'all are going to enjoy this one. Matter of fact, I know y'all are going to enjoy this one. All right. All right, here we go. Hold on one second. What's going on? Trying to see what's going on. Hold on. Okay. Can y'all hear me at all? I don't know what happened. God dang it. What in the world? StreamYard, man, y'all blowing me, bro. Y'all do some wild things. StreamYard been kicking my butt lately. Like, they've been kicking my butt lately. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So Knights did mean Balloon Knight. Shout out to the Balloon Knight. Shout out to All World, man. Yeah. Hey, what's your first name? Like, did you graduate in 96 too? Like, did we graduate together? Or you went later? You went did you go sooner? Are you older than me? I graduated in 96. Yeah. StreamYard just now did something wild on me, bro. And we ain't gonna let that spoil nothing. Shout out to Baloo High School on 4th and MLK. Yes, sir. My wife and I, we went there from 93 to 96. Yeah. And I saw somebody talking some trash inside of I saw some people saying some wild things. Somebody actually said N-word. Hopefully, you know what I mean? I would love for y'all to get on the screen and rap with me, but people are scared of doing that. So yeah, 98. Okay. So you graduated in 98 in All World. Let me see. All World. Shout out to All World, man. Shout out to anybody from DC. For real. I appreciate you. Y'all check this out, man. This is for y'all.
You voted for Trump. You're female and you voted for Trump, and that's all I need to know about you.
Well, what does me being female have anything to do with it? How do you know I'm a female? How do you know I'm a female?
Okay, you present as female.
In what way?
Well, you're dressed like one. You seem to have boobs. Your face is female.
Okay. What does that mean? Because I've heard that we don't know what a female is. What is a female?
A female is a person who is either born female or chooses to be one.
How do you how would someone choose these features?
You can get them built.
So we can build females.
We can build boobs and we can change dicks into vaginas, yes.
How do we do that? It's good.
Don't bother.
Well, she's talking about me being a female. How would she know that? It's funny that we're not allowed to assume these things, and we're told that gender doesn't exist and that we don't know what women are, yet you just assumed that I was a female.
Gender absolutely exists. It's just not only one or the other, and you are not...
How many are there?
I don't know.
Okay. So as a female, I shouldn't have voted for Trump?
Nobody should vote for Trump, but
as a
female, you should vote for Trump.
Why bring me being a female into it?
He's a rapist.
Okay. But what does that have to do with me being a female? So number one, what's the proof that he's a rapist?
E. Jean Carroll.
E. Jean Carroll did not provide any proof that he was a rapist. Also, E. Jean Carroll said it never got physical. E. Jean Carroll also said that rape is sexy. E. Jean Carroll said that he did not assault her. E. Jean Carroll was interviewed by what's the dude name? What's the dude name? The guy that looks like a ghost that worked for CNN. And she said that some people say that rape is sexy. And then when she said that, he was like, wait a minute, we got to go ahead and get up off the, we're going to have to go to a commercial break. We're going to have to cut you off because whatever you're saying is just not what we need to hear right now. We need to hear you say that Trump slapped you and that he held you down against your will and that he took your body parts. That's what we want to hear. But she never said any of those things. So guess what, lady? He's not a rapist. But y'all just continue to run with that. How about we talk about the guy that was in office for the last 4 years? You know, the guy that used to have, he used to take showers with his own daughter when she was a teenager. And then she wrote in her diary how uncomfortable that was and how trauma-filled that was. How about that? You don't want to talk about that, do you? How about we talk about his son who took his brother's wife after he died and was dating her before he died. And people still don't know whether or not that was the reason why he died. Because one son was boinking the other sons. You mean to tell me that he was a great father? Biden wasn't even a great father. Biden was standing on a daggone balcony of the White House with his wife, with the first lady, and they were just waving at the American people on 4th of July. And what happens? What happened? Hunter Biden walks out there right after bumping some coke up in his nose, and he come out there with his eyes wide open, his pupils super dilated, and he looking crazy. And Dr. Jill Biden just looking at him like, I cannot believe this fool came out here high. I cannot believe this fool came out here acting like that on the White House. On the White House. So come on, bro. Come on, man. Hey, please don't spam all of those flags for Palestine and Israel and Jews and all that. Don't spam inside of the chat, please. You know what I mean? I'm telling people not to bully y'all. I'm telling people not to block y'all inside of the chat. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Don't do that. That's just foolish. Use your words. If you want to communicate, feel free. You know what I mean? Shout out to Mango. Shout out to Mango. And also, Mango, something that I encourage for people like yourself and others, I would love for you to cut your camera on and join me on stage and tell me why you're so upset. Let me know if you're willing to do that. Shout out to everybody you're representing. I guess the gay pride and the Pakistan and the Palestine and everything. All right. I communicate with people who are able. You ain't got to block them. I would just, you know what I mean? Let them say whatever they want to say. I don't care. You know what I mean? I just pull them up on stage. Most people are thumb thugs, keyboard gangsters, keyboard killers. And when you invite them to cut on their camera and speak their piece, they don't want to do it. Whether they're black, white, if they're educated or not, they never want to get up here and talk. Why? Because they're keyboard killers. You know what I mean? They're safe in their basements or in their little car. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But I would love to speak to you, especially if you disagree with my points. You know what I mean? Came out in 97. You graduated with my little brother. You came out with my little brother. Yeah, shout out to you, man. And you came out with one of my best friends as well. So you was there the whole 2 of the 3 years that I was there. You was there. Shout out to you, man. Hopefully you got good memories of if you knew me back then. If you didn't know me, then cool. You know what I mean? But if you do know me, then hopefully you got some good memories of me. All right. So she said the reason why she believes that Trump is a rapist is because of E. Jean Carroll. Shout out to her her outfit too. I ain't gonna talk about that. I don't like to pick on people for how they dress. How you dress is how you dress.
He's a rapist.
Okay. But what does that have to do with me being a female? So number one, what's the proof that he's a rapist?
E. Jean Carroll, and the court decision. He's been decided by a court to be a rapist.
He hasn't.
What court?
I don't remember what it was, but the victim's
a court decided that he was a rapist.
The victim's name was E. Jean Carroll, and I'd have to look up what court it was, but I'm reasonably sure it's somewhere in New York State.
Sad.
Okay, so you don't even know all the information about this, yet you're running around saying that he's a rapist. Do men ever get falsely accused of being a rapist?
Sure.
Okay.
Do they get necessarily all the way through court and a judge and a jury?
So the jury decided that he was guilty of rape?
Yeah.
Really?
That's how a court
And what was
works.
his punishment?
I believe it was a fine that he has yet to pay.
So he had to pay a fine for raping someone? Donald Trump only had to pay a fine for a jury deciding in a trial that he raped a woman. That's probably the best thing that you could do right now is walk away.
Shout out to Rapunzel for always giving people the business. Shout out to Rapunzel for always giving people the business. And shout out to Mango for being, I believe Mango is slow. So guys, please don't bully Mango, okay? Let Mango say what Mango wants to say. All right, act like Mango is in the class and just leave Mango be. All right, leave Mango be. I love how she broke that down to her. All right, let's go to CBS. This right here just now happened on Face the Nation on CBS, and I want y'all to see this right here. This is what Trump is talking about.
You're female and you voted for Trump, and that's all I need to know.
Yeah, and that's how people try to do to me too. You're black and you voted for Trump. That's all I need to know. You're black and you voted for Trump. That's all I need to know. And I'm like, you're dumb as hell. Kiss my ass. Like, if that's all you need to know, then you're stupid. Like, you voted for Trump and you're black. You're against black people. I'm sorry, what? Being against black people is not being for the nuclear family. Being for finding the woman you love and starting a family with rather than just leaving babies all over the place. The person that believe that you should just leave babies all over the place and stick your ding-a-ling in anybody and open your legs for anybody and just have as many abortions as possible. Those are the people that don't give a damn about black people or people altogether. If I stood in front of people and I said, you should be able to unalive your baby no matter what. You should be able to have as many abortions as possible. Those are people that don't love you. For somebody to say, you should be able to come to church as much as you want, but never change who you are. You can still do you, still be you. Those are the people that don't love you. If somebody tell you that they want to see that you're changing for the better and that you're doing what's best for your own salvation and your own spirit, those are the people that love you. Not the people who agree with every stupid decision you make. Not the people who say, although 30 people were shot over the weekend and 5 people died, we're doing a damn good job. Those are the people that don't love you. Those are the people that don't give a damn about you. You understand what I'm saying? So stop letting people just say, oh, you're a woman and you voted for Trump. That's why you're a bad person. No, I'm a woman and I voted for Trump. That's what makes me a smart person. That's what makes me a smart person. I'm a man and I voted for Trump. Yeah, that's what makes me a smart person. A man that believes in the Second Amendment to defend my family against anybody, even the military. Yeah, that's a real man. Whereas you have all these pansies who voted for Kamala, who wants to get rid of guns for taxpayers and citizens, for law-abiding citizens who will give up their guns because we got to sign for them and every gun have to be, we got to have all the paperwork for all of our guns. Well, the criminals don't. So now all of you idiots that voted for the left, that voted for Kamala, you want people to give up their guns while the criminals still have theirs. Make that make sense. And then on top of that, you want to defund the police too. So you don't want to be able to protect yourself and you don't want the police to protect you. How in the hell are you going to be protected? Y'all are stupid as hell. Y'all are the dumbest people in the world when you think like that. That's why I really don't like to have debates and heated emotional debates, because it always goes down to that point. Like, you're trying to act like you're for the people, like this idiot Mango, right? Mango is like, F Trump and F the United States, because people in Gaza are dying and people in Pakistan are dying and people in Palestine are dying. Let me tell you something. America first, brother. If you're not an American, I can give a damn about your feelings. Worry about your own country. Y'all have a president. Y'all have a dictator. Y'all have whoever that leads that nation. Worry about them. Tell them to handle their business properly. Get the hell off of our nutsack. How about that one? Get off of our meat. Stop meat riding us and trying to get us to fix your sugar honey iced tea. We're busy fixing our own. Just in case you haven't heard, there are people dying here too. And we're fixing that. There are people who don't have opportunities here. We're fixing that. There are people here that don't have shelter. They are homeless. We're fixing that. You worry about Gaza. You worry about Palestine and Pakistan and all them other stands. I don't give a damn about none of that. I don't. Take care of your own household first. Usually, here's the thing. Usually, the people that jump inside of my chat and they're so passionate about everyone, they don't have their own families. I bet this Mango person don't have their own husband, their own wife. I don't know if they're man or woman. I'm sure that you're not raising your kids properly, because if you were, you will be talking about something positive that we're speaking on, but you won't, because you don't want to acknowledge anything positive. You want us to fix your problems. We're not going to fix your problems. You fix your problems. You fix your problems. Yeah. We don't believe in all that socialist Marxism stuff over here, not on this channel. And I'm not going to feel bad because you're talking about the people in Gaza are dying. Yeah, they're dying everywhere. And I pray that they stop dying. But guess what? That's not Trump's fault. It's not our fault either. It's nobody in this chat's fault that people are dying in Gaza. So kiss my ass with your tongue out. That's what I say. That's what I say. And that's how you handle someone that don't know what the hell they represent. They just want there to be confusion and mischief everywhere. You tell them to kiss your ass with your tongue out after you take a dump. Like, I'm done. I just now flushed the toilet, and guess what? I didn't wipe. It's time for you, Mango, to kiss my ass with your tongue out. You missed the spot. I ain't clean yet. With your tongue out, your whole daggone tongue out. So let's look into this CBS thing, right? So Kristi Noem was just now on CBS, and this is the message that Trump sent to let's go over what actually happened first. Let's go on what actually happened first. So she was communicating about Abrigio. What's the guy name that was he was just removed? Immigration removed him, sent him back to the country where he was born. And then there was a huge fight and people wanted him to come back here. They're saying, no, he's from Maryland. He's a Marylander. He's an American. Leave him alone. This, that, and the other. Turns out this dude was trafficking people. Like, he had a car full of other citizens from another country. We're not just going to call them Mexicans. I don't know where they're from. We're not going to call them Mexicans, but they were from another country. They couldn't speak English at all. They had a piece of paper in their hand saying where they were going, and they had stuff inside of the car that they were trying to traffic from that country here. And he was the driver because he was the only one that can speak their native tongue and English. But police cruisers pulled them over and got them to all tell their side of the story. And obviously they were just one-dayers. He was just bringing them over and trying to traffic them in and traffic other things in as well. And they caught him red-handed. Now, Kristi Noem was on Face the Nation, and she was speaking about this. And this is what they did. They tried to cover up her information. All right. Let me see. Mango said y'all are not human. Don't bully Mango, guys. Do not bully Mango. All right. Mango is he's a special kid. All right. So leave Mango alone. All right, check this out, gang. Here we go.
One of the most high-profile examples of someone who's been rounded up by ICE in recent months is Kilmar Abrego Garcia, and the fate of his situation is still up in the air. He's awaiting trial on human smuggling charges set for January in Tennessee, but your department's also working to get him deported to Uganda. If he broke the law in this country, as the administration alleges, shouldn't he be held here and face charges here instead of being deported?
Well, prosecution decisions are always made by the Department of Justice and Pam Bondi's department, so we will let them do that. Although this individual does have criminal charges pending, he has charges pending against him.
Chrissy Nome is not a bad looking. She's not a bad looking lady. I don't know why y'all never told me that, but she's not a bad looking lady. Mango, you are hilarious, man. You ever heard of Bill Burr? I think you should go listen to some Bill Burr. You are absolutely hilarious. MF, remember when Pakistan smashed you? I think Mango. Hey guys, let me know this in the chat, guys. Just let me know this in the chat. How old do you think Mango is? Just in the chat, just put a number down inside the chat. How old do you think Mango is? I'm guessing about 16. I'm guessing about 16. Renee said 12. He's 10. He's 35. 56, 14, 15, 13, 25, 37. 25, 37. 13, 15, 12, 2. Somebody said 2. 18. 30. 17, 15, 8. 8 is a good answer. It's a good answer. 8 is a good answer. I like 8. I think 8 is a good answer. 8 is a good answer, guys. Mango is 8. Okay, Mango is 8. He's 12. Okay. Weezy said 76. Weezy said he's 76 years old. Mango is 12 years old. He's between 12 and 76. All right. I agree. 8 is good. You are hilarious. See, thank you, Mango, man. You really made our day today. Thank you so much, Mango. Shout out to Mango. We love Mango. I like mangoes anyway. Shout out to Mango. Mango is cool. Mango is cool with me, man. I don't know what y'all talking about, but Mango is cool with me. Look what he called me. Look what he called me, guys. Oh, Mango. Oh, Mango. Okay, let's go back to Christy Nome. Yeah, Christy Nome is cute, man. She's a cutie pie. All right, let's go back.
January in Tennessee, but your department's also working to get him deported to Uganda. If he broke the law in this country, as the administration alleges, shouldn't he be held here and face charges here instead of being deported?
Well, prosecution decisions are always made by the Department of Justice and Pam Bondi's department, so we will let them do that. Although this individual does have criminal charges pending, he has charges pending against him civilly as well. And the one thing that we will continue to do is to make sure that he doesn't walk free in the United States of America. This individual was a known human smuggler, MS-13 gang member, an individual who was a wife beater, and someone who was
Look, they didn't want none of this on there.
United States of America. This individual was a known human smuggler, MS-13 gang member, an individual who was a wife beater.
They didn't want any of that information. A known human smuggler, an MS-13 gang member, and he whipped his wife's ass to the point where she needed to get actual papers from the courts to keep him away from her. So it wasn't just one time, but it was a few times where she went to the courts and she said, I don't want this dude anywhere near me. Like, he got to stay away from me. But no, he kept doing it. All right, let's continue.
MS-13 gang member, an individual who was a wife beater, and someone who was so perverted that he solicited nude photos from minors. And even his fellow human traffickers told him to knock it off. He was so sick in what he was doing and how he was treating small children. So he needs to never be in the United States of America, and our administration is making sure we're doing all that we can to bring him to justice.
Now he's about to say something else. Let me go ahead and play this because I like what she just now said.
But I heard you say that we're going to let
Hey guys, y'all can go ahead and block Mango now. Y'all can go ahead and block the dude now, like, because he's being weird. Any one of my mods, y'all can go ahead and block Mango. He's not even making sense now. What is a pig begging? I don't even know, bro. Like, you sound weird. Okay, here we go.
All that we can to bring him to justice.
But I heard you say that we're going to let the Justice Department do that. Does that mean the push to deport him to Uganda is off?
Oh, we will still continue to pursue all options.
Okay.
We will make sure that he's not released into this country. So regardless of that, yes, absolutely. He's not an American citizen and he shouldn't be here. And especially because of his dangerous criminal activities, we should ensure that we leave every avenue on the table.
And honestly, I don't give a damn if we send him off to Uganda, if we send him off to Venezuela, if we send him off to Cuba, if we send him off to Russia. I can give a good God gracious about it. You came here illegally, bruh. You had a whole lot of time to get your stuff together. You did not. You continued to break the law. You served with you pledged to a gang. You were a gang member. You whipped your wife's tail. You tried to smuggle other people here. We don't give a damn where you go. And why is it? I honestly don't care. Why is it that other Americans care where he go? Oh, he's going to Uganda. He's not even from Uganda. Okay, question. Where is he from? Pop quiz. Where is he from? And they won't tell you because they know that the answer that they give you, you're going to say, fine, we'll just send him there. They're not going to answer the question. So you say, well, since y'all don't want to be honest, he going to Uganda. He going to Zimbabwe. We don't give a damn where he go. I don't care where he go. I don't care where Abrigio wherever goes. What is not Maryland? Like, we don't care. Okay, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Do you care where we send a criminal if they commit a crime here and they're not from here? Do you care? Do you care? Should we make sure that he goes right back to his country with a first class trip? Put him up in a daggone on a Delta airline and give him some pretzels and a nice little rum and coke and make sure he sits in first class. Don't nobody give a damn. Why are we fighting for these idiots? I can care less. You committed a crime. And guess what? Taxpaying citizens don't want to pay for this nigga to have no three hots in a cot. Taxpaying citizens do not want to foot the bill for this guy. Do y'all want to pay for his 3 hots in the cot? Do you want to pay for officers to take care of him? For officers to protect him from other people? No. For officers to rile them up? Hell no. Send his punk ass to wherever. I don't care. That's why we need to build like a sliding board that goes straight back to their country and make sure it has a couple of random razors here and there. A couple of random razors, like on the sliding board. You come over here and you don't do things the right way and you sneak over into our country. We putting your ass in that sliding board that's labeled Zimbabwe or whatever country you're from, and you just go right back. Go. Peace. Ain't no stopping. Peace. A whole razor blade sliding board. Go and get out of here. And honestly, we ain't even got to put no razor blades in it. Let's not be mean. Let's be the Christians that we are. Just put all of Diddy's oils, put some Diddy baby oil on it, on the sliding boards, so they can just make sure they can go fast and they can't climb back up. Because if I can see somebody climb back up on a Diddy slime board, then they deserve to be here. But put some of that Diddy oil on the thing, make them real nice and you know what I mean, make them fast, like get them the hell up out of here. Don't nobody care. See, look, don't nobody care if he goes. Just don't nobody care. I think we should have one of those layers. Like, I think every illegal immigrant that had an opportunity to file their papers, they were here for years and they couldn't get it done. I believe that they should go into the White House and they get 2 minutes to plead their case to the president. And if he don't like what he hears, I think he should pull the lever and the floor should just open up and they should drop down to whatever country they're from. That's what I like that one. I like that one. I think it should be President Trump that should pull the lever. Whoever's the president at the time should be able to pull that lever. And they'd be like, no, Mr. President, no. We need a floor trap door that goes to the dungeon and it ends up wherever their damn country is. That's what I think. That's what I think. A trap door or slime board. Somebody said catapult, a huge catapult. Something. I don't give a damn. Like, tell Elon Musk to create something that would transport them somewhere. Like they're on Star Trek. You know what I mean? Act like they're on Star Trek. You know, they just do like this and then just they dissipate. And then they just show up holding their bag and their baby. And they be like, how did I get back here? How did I get back here? I don't give a damn you send them back to Uganda. You send them any damn where. Just send them out away from here. Can care less. So y'all saw that they cut off a part of that right there. And then Trump posted this right here. All right. All right. And just so you guys can see it in a more clear view, here is, hold on, where is it? I'm convinced that Trump don't hire no women that's not appealing. Like, if they're not attractive, he's not hiring them. I don't know. Trump's something else. All right, so look at the top one. And look at the bottom one.
And the one thing that we will continue to do is to make sure that he doesn't walk free in the United States of America. This individual was a known human smuggler, a MS-13 gang member, an individual who was a wife beater, and someone who was so perverted that he solicited nude photos from minors. And even his fellow human traffickers told him to knock it off. He was.
All right, so this happened. So now Trump is saying, yo, we coming after y'all. Check this out right here, man. And have y'all seen Trump lately? Because the Democrats are saying that he's unalive. They're saying that he's not alive. They're saying that he's not well. And they're saying that the Trump that they sent outside to wave at people and kiss a baby was not the real Trump. So y'all let me know what y'all think.
President Trump, who's won a pair of lawsuits against the 3 broadcast networks, is now escalating his battle against 2 of them. ABC and NBC fake news, 2 of the worst and most biased networks in history, give me 97% bad stories. If that's the case, they are simply an arm of the Democrat Party and should, according to many, have their licenses revoked by the FCC. I would be totally in favor of that because they are so biased and untruthful, an actual threat to our democracy.
Now, he didn't say CBS. He didn't say CBS. Face the Nation is CBS. Now, he already went after CBS. I don't know if y'all remember, but CBS should be on this right here too. ABC and NBC fake news, 2 of the worst and most biased networks in history. Give me 97% bad stories. If that is the case, they are simply an arm of the Democrat Party and should, according to many, have their licenses revoked by the FCC. I would be totally in favor of that because they are so biased and untruthful, an actual threat to our democracy. MAGA. 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 They hate when you say that. MAGA. Trump, go get him, man. Go get him, big dog. Go get him. Go get him. All right. So Trump is tired of that sugar honey iced tea. That's pretty much what's going on right there. That's pretty much what's going on right there. What else did I want to show you guys? Oh yeah. One last thing, guys. So this lady right here, I don't know if y'all seen this yet, but this is about Robert, the Catholic school mass shooter, trans person. I don't know if y'all seen this yet, but this Democrat lady, this liberal lady said, I'm not even going to say it. Check this out, man.
I don't talk much while I'm traveling about political stuff because that's not the focus. But at the moment, I want to talk with everyone about the situation and the Catholic school shooting. That poor girl who attended the school and went in there and shot up the school after transitioning and after attending that school, and we can only assume that that school, as a Catholic school, did not welcome her, did not make her feel seen, included, safe during her confusing years, during her transitional years, during her becoming who she needed to become. But the goal was to become happy when you transition. And so this is going to feed a lot of conversation about mental illness around trans people, and this is why people shouldn't encourage people to transition. And it's just so sad because it affects the LGBTQ plus community.
This lady said that poor girl, you know, the man that just now shot up the Catholic school. This lady refers to her as that poor girl who was probably not accepted in the Catholic school when she attended this school. And she was hurt. And this is going to start conversations now saying that we should get in front of people being trans, that is a mental disorder and all those other things. And it's going to end up hurting the LGBTQ community. And we can't hurt the LGBTQ community. If we hurt that community, society fails. What? Let me tell you something. This is something to have a good heart, and it's just something to be outright crazy. This lady is just nuts. Oh, poor baby just now. You see somebody get robbed. Well, they probably didn't have a dad in their home, and they have to live in a hood where people are just mean to them all the time. They all probably have guns, you know, and they're so sad, and they don't have the resources that they need. They don't have money in their house, so they're obviously going to go out there and rob someone for some things. It's just things. Oh, he killed someone trying to rob them. Man, he must have had a rough childhood. I feel sorry for the shooter. The shooter didn't deserve to have this life that they have. Could you imagine how they grew up? Just always fighting, looking over their shoulders, probably got robbed themselves. And now they're out there trying to survive, and they had to shoot somebody in order to live another day. I feel sorry for, like, this is what they do. This is what they do, man, and it's dumb. It helps no one. Transitioning supposed to mean that you're about to live a happier life. No, the hell it doesn't. Whenever you deny who you naturally are and you want to move on to something that's made up and superficial and just constructed by man, it's not going to be a happy life, because you're doing it to be accepted by certain people that won't accept you now, and then realize that they're definitely not going to accept you now, because the only people that will accept you is the little the little group that you decided to be around and to hang around all the time. And that's the LGBTQAI plus community. And even then, they are all in need of some type of mental help. So how can they help anybody? How can a bunch of broken parts help a bunch of broken parts become a whole part? How is that possible? I mean, Americans, we can put together something and make something out of nothing. I mean, you can have a car with Nissan parts, Toyota parts, a Benz part, and all this other stuff, and you can put it together and make something. But we're talking about people here. These people are broken. Broken. And then for the parents to accept the fact that maybe you were supposed to be born something else, and I'm going to see to it that you are happy. And we're going to go to this. Doctor and get them to fix whatever needs to be fixed. And then we're going to go to the courthouse and we're going to change your name to whatever you want to change to. That should fix it. No, it's not. It's going to make them do what they keep on doing. We have so many mass shooters, and a great majority of them, as of late, have been in the trans community or have been in the LGBTQAI plus community. Either they were trans or they were non-binary. But yeah. And like 7 out of the last 10 shootings. Probably more than that. So obviously, whatever we're deciding to do by letting them go through with that foolishness is not helping them. It's not helping them at all, man. And then they're saying that they have to be angry in order to do it. Hold on one second.
Angry. Get out of my face now!
All right, so check this out right here. I want to show this to you guys.
Angry. Get out of my face now! It's okay to be angry.
If you try to stop me from going into a woman's bathroom,
Excuse me, it's ma'am.
be the last mistake you ever make.
It is ma'am.
Find that anger.
Just because people. Hey.
Harness it to do good in the world. This anger,
You're done, man. We can just make a batch and say that some of us well.
anger is probably my primary source of motivation
You want to call me sir again? The thing is, you don't have to leave. You will lose your bed.
for everything that I do.
Go out, buy a gun.
Cut that out now, or you'll go home in an ambulance.
I remember that. Ben Shapiro was on a panel. And I forgot what panel he was on. Was it Bill Maher? Was it the Bill Maher panel or was it Dr. Phil? Either way, Ben Shapiro was physically grabbed and then verbally threatened by someone in that community that was I guess transitioning. So you can be a girly girl, old prissy and sensitive and feminine when you want to. But when it's time for you to turn that man back on, you that man again. Real easy. But yet you want us to trust you around our children. And we still don't understand why all of these public schools are having events where they don't tell the parents about it. They don't tell the parents that they're going to have these transgender individuals there stripping and dancing and all that other stuff in front of their kids. But then we've had it on camera a couple of times where a parent will find out and they will go to that school and they will pull their kid out of it. And they will be all secretive, trying to hide and trying to lock them in and trying to lock them out, lock the parents out. It's nuts. What are they trying to do to our kids, man?
An ambulance.
It was a call to action or call to arms.
Sorry,
Don't be afraid to show your anger.
Can a movement built on anger achieve anything good?
Hey!
Listen, and I'm not showing that because I have an issue with people who want to be themselves. Be yourself all you want. Just don't try to bully other people to give in to your nonsense. We don't have to play along. Like, that's your game. I don't want to play your game. Like, that's like walking down the street and somebody just throw a basketball at you and expect for you to grab it and just, put on some shorts and get out there and play with them. No, some people not going to want to play. Like, imagine that you just walking down the street and somebody throw a football at you, expecting for you to catch and start running so that they can tackle you. No, I don't want to play. Somebody just starts shooting a water gun at you and you're like, I don't want to play. That's the same thing that they're doing. They're trying to force you to play their game. I'm going to dress like a woman and I expect you to call me ma'am. I'm going to dress like a man, although I was born a woman, and you better call me sir. It's sir. It's ma'am. Which one is it? Okay. You were naturally born as what? And now you're considering yourself the opposite. Which restroom do you want to use? That's what I want to know. Because when our kids was little and they became big boys or big girls and they can go to the bathroom themselves, they were excited about it. We would be like, well, I'm going to stand outside the door. All right, you can go ahead in there. Just make sure you do everything I taught you. But I'm going to stand outside this door. Just make sure you're okay. Right? And then they got a little older. Well, you ain't even have to stand outside the door. Imagine them feeling confident with their ability to go in the bathroom, and they're a big girl now. They're a big boy now. They can go in the bathroom by themselves. And then they see a grown-ass man in the girl's bathroom. Imagine that. They go to the sink and a man come stand beside them, just started washing their hands, and they just got on the wig and they got on the dress with super hairy legs, and they're like, you think they're gonna feel comfortable? At some point, we need to start making sure that we look out for the children. We look out for our families. Period. Damn all this other stuff that's, I guess, they're trying to prop up as being something we should accept. Damn that. Damn that. All right, we got some super chats to read, gang. And thank y'all so much. Mango was the attention seeker. Thank you, Weezy. We all got problems. We all got issues. We got to recognize our faults. And we all need Jesus to save us, mostly from ourselves. I agree with that, T-Man. I agree with that. That's the only reason why I have a relationship with God the way I have it, because I couldn't do this by myself, man. Anna Diaz, I recommend you all watch the movie Red Dawn, the original with Patrick Swayze. Then you will see an example of why the Second Amendment was written in the Constitution. I'm going to actually watch that. I'm going to watch that with my family, by the way. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate it. Give them the metal sliding boards with we grew up on. Oh, yeah, the joints we still got on in the summer. Yeah, make sure that it's in the summertime, too, and they hot. Like, I want the metal sliding boards to be hot. Like, hot. Gotta put on some sweatpants. Like, we would burn up our skin just to get on that sliding board. We did not give a dang, man. For real. But you're right. I'm with you on that. And thank you, Weezy. Thank you, Anna. Ronald Lee, thank you, Van, for bringing the real content and honest viewpoints on how many of us feel. For sure. And thank you for joining me, too. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I'm going to communicate how I communicate. People don't really, a lot of people leave my channel when I'm very honest, but I don't mind at this point, man. I just want to make sure that I do my part. That's it. And thank you, Ronald. Ren Button. Thank you, Ren. All right. Thank you so much, Inch, for today's survey. Was having a fantastic morning and forgot to be thankful for it, and saw the survey and hit my knees. Thank you for the gentle correction. All love to you. Oh, for sure. Thank you. I appreciate you realizing that, you know what? I didn't give God his time today, and I plan on it. And that's exactly what you did. You got down and you gave God his time. And that's all that's important, man. That's all that's important. And even if you didn't get down on your knees, like, you could have been just walking and talking. You know what I mean? However you decide to show reverence to the Lord is how you show reverence to the Lord. That's your business. Whether you're on your knees, you stand on your feet, whether your eyes are closed or open, it don't matter. All I ask you guys to do, if you're talking to the Lord, that you close it out in Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. Amen. Van, my brother, I'm sorry I haven't written, but I was in Desert Storm and saw death and helped facilitate death. But this is sick. And to my brothers and sisters, this is not what we fought for. Just ask Jesus to show us the way. Thank you so much, Vincent. I appreciate you. And also, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service, for sure. Sorry you had to go through such a dark time, but you signed up for that. And the Lord made you to do exactly what you did. You know, you strong. There's a lot of people out here who wouldn't be strong or wouldn't be mentally together. You know, they would lose their minds if they had to go through what you went through. So shout out to you, man. And thank you. Thank you, Vincent. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for joining me, man. Listen, if you are not already doing content, what are you waiting for? All right. I want to tell y'all something. There's many people out here who coach YouTube and who coach many different things. I will say this. I believe that we have the fastest way to grow a YouTube channel to monetization than any other coach out there, period. Than Nick Nimmons, than Roberto Blake, than Sean Canal. And I respect those guys a lot. I've even read their books and everything. I've studied them. Alex Hormozy, I've studied them guys. They're doing amazing. They're doing great. But we have certain knowledge, certain information that will help you grow from zero to monetization way faster than anything that you've heard on YouTube yet. Than anything you've heard on YouTube. Feel free to do your own research. If you are a business owner, artist, content creator, or a coach, and you want to grow your brand, you need to join us, all right? Join us. I want you to email me with the word coach and let me break it down to you. If you want to have a one-on-one, we can set that up too. Or if you want to skip go and just join the Facebook group and everything and start joining us in our group calls, get the group course. Get the course that's inside the link. Very first link that's under our descriptions on this video right here. All right. But I'm letting you know something, and I stand by this. I have not heard of a way to grow a YouTube channel faster than our way. I stand by it. And when you hear of a way that does it faster, and you get to have fun while doing so, and you get to learn so much while doing so, let me tell you something. I would love for you to give it to me. Send me that information. That way I can feed it to my people. I can let them know another way that they can do great things on YouTube and it not be only our way. Okay? Thank you guys for being so amazing. Y'all are absolutely dope. And if you need for me to show you any receipts on the information that I'm telling you right now, what I'm telling you right now, you want me to provide you some receipts, reach out to me. I got you. I'll show you all the receipts that you want. All right. All right. Okay. I think I'm playing. I'm here for it. And make sure you let other people know too. If you know anybody who's looking to get into YouTube and they've had a channel and they don't have 1,000 subscribers yet on their channel, we know why and we know how to fix that immediately. Just saying. With not that much work on your part. Also, I want everybody to be a content creator. I mean, every single last one of you. Every one of you. Why? Because you have a point of view that people need to hear. You have experiences that can help someone. And as the Bible says, to whom much is given, much is required. You guys are blessed abundantly. And it's time to give out some of that information to generations behind you who could benefit from it when they're raising their families, when they're going through whatever storms that they're going through. You could be documented on your own channel, letting them know exactly how to get it done. It's our jobs to fix this mess that's going on. That's why we vote the way we do. Social media is a part of that too. Don't think that, you are making a difference, how you're making a difference. I'm just telling you another way to make a difference and to potentially change you and your family's life. Okay? All right. Hopefully you're picking up what I'm putting down. All right. If you want to see receipts, reach out to me with the word coach and let's go. Or if you just want to skip go, get the course that's in the description. If you want to give somebody a gift, you can gift them the course that's inside of the descriptions. There's many different ways to do this. Or if you want to hear about VIP, holla at your boy and I will break it down to you. Love y'all, man. I'll see you on the next one. Everybody that participated inside the chat, I appreciate you. All of my blues, thank you so much for holding the fort down. All of my greens, everyone that's a part of the LFR family membership, thank you so much. And for everyone that submitted a super chat or a super sticker, went above and beyond to support the channel, thank you again. All right. And special shout out to Renee Suzanne. Renee, she was the very first person here today, very first blue that was here, moderator here today. She's dope. She's killing it. She's now creating content. She's doing an amazing job. I see you on Instagram. I see you doing your thing. Continue to be consistent and never change anything about you. Who you are is absolutely perfect for you and your family. All right. Give these keys out. All right. Love y'all, man. I'll see you on the next one. Y'all take it easy. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.